Unlocking the power of connection, the red carpet connection. Well, welcome back to another episode, and I'm your host, Dr. Andrea Adams-Miller, publicist and neuroscientist. And today we're going to dive into the incredible power of connection, whether it's in business, relationships, or personal growth. Connection is the key to opening doors and creating opportunities. Today, we'll explore practical ways to deepen your connections and cultivate meaningful relationships. So, get a pen, get a pencil, get comfortable, and let's jump right in. So let's start with the science behind connection. Did you know that our brains are wired to connect with each other? Studies literally show that when we connect with someone, our brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. And this is why deep, meaningful connections feel so good. They're literally nourishing our mind, body, and soul. However, connection is more than a feel-good hormone. It's about building trust and creating opportunities. Look back in your life at a time where you met somebody who was maybe having a bad day or having a challenge, and how in listening to them, you were able to provide a value of service to them. And then how later they came back to you and either did business with you or wrote you a card or did a favor for you or covered for you at work. That's how relationships work and connection works. I remember working with a gentleman at a networking event. He was just having a really crappy day. And I just listened and held space for him. And I didn't sell him my services, didn't try to fix anything for him in the moment. I just was present. Several weeks later, he reached out to me and ended up hiring me to work with him. And I got a lovely, beautiful card in the mail. Those are the kinds of situations where, you were there for someone and listened, and that results in a six-figure partnership or a six-figure client. That is a beautiful reminder that genuine connection begins with listening. So as you're listening today, think about your strongest connections. What made them so powerful? And then think about how you can replicate that in your personal and professional life to bring more people like that in, to attract that abundance. So how do you build those powerful connections? Well, first of all, you need to be genuinely curious. You need to ask questions, listen with intention, match and mirror them, show real interest in the other person's story, ask them to elaborate. A great way to do this is with the 3-question rule. When you meet someone new, ask at least 3 thoughtful questions that are intriguing and interesting, that allow them to talk about themselves before you talk about yourself. And that makes the other person feel valued, and it opens up a conversation in unexpected ways that you never even gathered was going to happen. And remember, follow up. A simple message even, just saying, hey, great meeting you, or love the conversation about ABC, that sets you apart. Of course, building connections, can have some conflicts in the way. If you have a fear of rejection, have a social anxiety, or have past experiences that have been holding you back, well, that can happen. And if that sounds familiar, please know that you are not alone. That is one of the most common fears that people have. However, you can overcome this. Now, I'm going to give you a tip or a suggestion how you can try to do it yourself, and you may be successful. But if you find yourself needing a little bit more and the suggestion's not working, reach out to me, Dr. Andrea Adams-Miller, www.theredcarpetconnection.com, because this is what I do. I not only help people with publicity and PR, but I help them rewire their brains by, getting the BS out of the way so they can live their lives the way that they want to show up with the full energy of who they are, heart and soul. So the tip to overcome this is shifting your focus. Instead of thinking about yourself and how you're perceived and worrying about you, you focus on the other people. You take it off of you and you put it on someone else. And then you think, how can you make that other person feel seen, heard, understood, cared about, loved? And when you make that connection your goal, the pressure to perform fades away from you and is more about the relationship. It's an amazing way to connect with people. All right, time's up today. Thanks for joining us. And remember, connection is more about what you can give and less about what you can get. So go out there, build bridges, nurture your network, and watch your world expand. And if you enjoyed the episode, subscribe, share, leave a review, tell your friends about it. And until next time, I'm Dr. Andrea Adams-Miller, and keep connecting and keep smiling and keep growing. See you next time.